In the Kamyaka forest, Draupadi grieved openly for Arjuna, away in the Himalayas. This forest has no beauty without him, she would say. I find no joy in life while Arjuna is gone. And the other Pandavas felt the same ache. The family was incomplete, and the whole green world seemed emptied by one brother's absence. Bhima answered her tenderly. I feel it as you do. Blessed lady, bereft of Arjuna, this beautiful forest seems a desert, and my mind knows no peace without the sight of him. Then, needing to share the weight, he turned to his youngest brother. Sahadeva, how do you feel? Even the mightiest of them wanted company in his sorrow. This hermitage feels empty without him, said Sahadeva. Perhaps a change of scene will help us bear the separation. And Yudhishthira, carrying the deepest worry of all, for he had sent Arjuna on the errand, turned to their priest Dhaumya for counsel. He needed somewhere to take his restless, grieving family. Yudhishthira explained the whole weight of it to Dhaumya. I sent Arjuna to the Himalayas for divine weapons, he said, because only such weapons can defeat Bhishma, Drona, Kripa, and Aswathama, who will surely fight for the Kauravas, and Karna, who knows the divine weapons and longs above all to fight Arjuna. Having sent him on so hard an errand, we cannot rest here where we miss him at every turn. Guide us somewhere else. Dhaumya described many forests and holy places, and the Pandavas set out to visit them, hoping movement might ease the pain of separation. Years passed in this pilgrimage, gathering at each shrine the traditions that made it sacred. It was grief turned into a journey. The oldest remedy there is for a sorrow you cannot fix, but the road was hard. And Draupadi often grew exhausted crossing the mountains and forests. And here, Bhima came into his own, sometimes helped by his fierce son Ghatotkacha, carrying, serving, encouraging, easing the labor for all of them. The giant who could level armies was just as ready to be the gentlest of porters for those he loved. In the Himalayan reaches, they came to a terrible forest, its path rugged and steep. Yudhishthira, fearing it would break Draupadi, proposed to go on with only Nakula and Lomsa, leaving Bhima and Sahadeva behind with her at Gangdwara. But Bhima would not hear of being parted from any of them. Has the pain of missing Arjuna taught you nothing, brother? Bhima said, how could I bear to be parted from you and Sahadeva and Draupadi too? Besides, leave you alone in a forest crawling with Rakshasas and wild beasts? Never. The road is hard, but I can carry Draupadi across the worst of it, and Nakula and Sahadeva as well. His love made a mountain of a man into a willing beast of burden. Yudhishthira embraced him, blessed him, and wished him ever more strength. And Draupadi, with a smile, lightened the moment. No one need carry me. I can walk. Do not be anxious about me. So together, refusing to be divided, they pressed on deeper into the mountains, and their road led them toward a most unusual meeting. They reached Kulinda, the Himalayan kingdom of Subahu, accepted his honors, and rested a while. Then moved on to the enchanting forest of Narayansrama and halted there. It was a beautiful, remote place, close to the paths the gods themselves are said to walk. And it was here that a single flower changed the day. One day, a breeze from the northeast carried an exquisite flower to where Draupadi sat, and she caught it up, enchanted by its beauty and fragrance, and ran with it to Bhima. Come and see this, she cried. What a scent! What beauty! I will give this to Yudhishthira. And Bhima, bring me more of these. We should grow this plant in our Kamyaka forest. Draupadi ran off to show Yudhishthira her treasure, and Bhima, always happiest when he had something to do for her, set out alone to find the plant, striding upwind toward the source of the fragrance. He gave not a thought to the wild beasts that crossed his path. A Saugandhika flower for Draupadi was errand enough to walk into anything. He came at last to a grove of plantain trees at the foot of a mountain, and there, sprawled right across his path and blocking it completely, lay a huge monkey, shining like a banked fire. It did not move, did not stir, did not even seem to notice the enormous warrior looming over it. Bhima, unused to being ignored, decided to change that. He shouted to frighten the creature aside. The monkey half opened one lazy eye and drawled, "I am unwell and lying here. Why wake me? You are a rational man. I am a mere animal. A wise man shows mercy to lesser creatures. I fear you know little of right and wrong. Who are you and where bound? This path is the road of the gods. No man may cross it. Eat the fruit here. And if you're wise, go home in peace." Bhima, who was not spoken to like that, flared. "Who are you, monkey, to talk so tall? I am a Kshatriya hero of the Kuru race, a son of Kunti. And know this, I am the son of the wind god himself. Now move from my path, or stop me at your peril." He expected the creature to cringe. The monkey merely smiled. "I am, as you say, only a monkey," it replied, "but you will come to grief if you try to force your way." "I want no advice," Bhima snapped. "Move, or I will move you." And the monkey answered, with what sounded like weary reasonableness, "I am too old and feeble to stand. If you must go, jump over me." It was, of course, a trap baited with humility. "Nothing easier," said Bhima, "except that the scriptures forbid leaping over an elder. Otherwise, I would clear you, and this whole mountain in one bound, like Hanuman crossing the ocean." "Oh?" said the monkey, as if mildly curious. "And who is this Hanuman who crossed the ocean? Tell me his tale." Bhima, unaware he was describing the very creature in front of him, drew a proud breath. "Have you not heard of Hanuman, my own elder brother?" Bhima boomed, "who leapt 100 yojanas of ocean to find Sita, the wife of Rama? I am his equal in strength and heroism. Enough talk, get up and make way." The monkey sighed. "Mighty hero, be gentle as you are strong. I truly cannot rise. I am so old. But since you scruple to jump, just move my tail aside and pass." Proud of his measureless strength, Bhima reached down to flick the old monkey's tail out of the way with one hand and could not move it. He gripped harder. Nothing. He set his jaws and hauled with both arms, straining until his sinews cracked and the sweat ran off him in streams. And that tail did not shift a hair's breadth, up or down or sideways. The strongest man alive could not budge a monkey's tail, and Bhima, drenched and defeated, bowed his head, and with it, his pride. Like most truly strong men, he had nothing but respect for a strength greater than his own. "Who are you?" he asked, gently now, like a pupil to a master. "Forgive me. Reveal yourself. Are you a Siddha, a god, a Gandharva?" The monkey looked at him with sudden warmth and prepared to answer. "Mighty armed Pandav," said the monkey, "I am your brother. I am that very Hanuman, the son of the wind god, whom you were boasting of a moment ago. And I stopped you for love, not sport. This path leads to the spirit world of the Yakshas and Rakshasas, where no man goes and lives. Do not cross it. But there, in that stream, grows the very Saugandhika flower you came seeking." Bhima's whole face lit. A brother, here in the mountains, and his own blood. I count myself the most fortunate of men, Bhima cried, to have met my brother. And he made a request that had haunted him since childhood. Let me see the form in which you crossed the ocean. Hanuman smiled and began to grow. He swelled and towered until he stood over the landscape like a living mountain, blazing with a light so fierce that Bhima had to cover his eyes, unable to bear the radiance of that colossal, ocean-leaping shape. Before my enemies, said Hanuman, I can grow larger still. And gently, he shrank back to his small size. Then, Hanuman took his brother in a tender embrace, and at his touch, all Bhima's exhaustion fell away, and a new strength poured into him, far greater than he had owned before. Bhima, said Hanuman, when I held you just now, I felt the same joy I once felt long ago, when I was blessed to touch the divine body of Sri Rama himself. Ask me any boon you wish from the giant who had humbled him. Bhima received not defeat, but a blessing. Blessed are the Pandavas, said Bhima, that I have seen you. Inspired by your strength, we cannot fail to conquer our enemies. And Hanuman gave his parting boons, exactly the ones that would matter most. When you roar like a lion on the battlefield, my voice shall join yours and strike terror into your foes, and I shall ride upon the flag of your brother Arjuna's chariot. You will be victorious. Then he pointed out the flowering stream, and Bhima, remembering Draupadi waiting, gathered the Saugandhika blooms and hurried home, carrying flowers, new strength, and a promise that would blaze on Arjuna's banner all through the war to come.